Saturday,
Yeah, let's do it.
a porno ring's just a trap for T.J. Hooker. Then,
Looking for a young woman.
Who isn't?
a wanted woman's knocking him dead on the Love Boat. And Tom Jones' fantasy is wearing him down.
I want out.
On Fantasy Island.
Saturday on ABC.
Good evening, I'm Ken Rowland.
And I'm Liz Hefferman. The Jefferson County School Board adopts the new busing plan.
And a Clark County councilman is found not guilty of attempting to solicit a bribe. John?
And from the Weather Center, another cool forecast. Mike?
In baseball, the Louisville Redbirds signed quite a slugger. The 32 Live newsroom is next.
Hello, Bob. I got an idea.
What is it this time, sis?
The Lazy Boy Showcase Shop is having a 2-for-1 price sale. You've been wanting a Lazy Boy, so have I. Let's go in together.
How much?
We can get 2 swivel rockers for $349.
Not bad.
2 recliners for $399, or 2 wall recliners for $599. What do you think?
I think you finally come up with a good idea.
2 great chairs at 1 great price. Bring a friend or buy them both for yourself. Now at the Lazy Boy Showcase Shop.
Go Krogering for USDA Choice grain-fed beef. Backed by a 3-way guarantee. Guaranteed to be fresh, tender, and full of hearty flavor. Or your money back. Kroger USDA Choice grain-fed beef. For the better choice, go Krogering.
Whole boneless ribeyes, 10 to 12 pound average, $3.37 a pound, sliced free. And besides beef, we have whole semi-boneless ham, 99 cents a pound.
Automatic transmission at no extra cost right here, right now at Dodge World. Look at this, a special purchase, not 1 or 2, a whole group of new 1984 Dodge Chargers, specially equipped the way most of you want them. What color do you want? They're each priced today at just $77.88 with free automatic transmission. And with your good credit, $49 delivers, you pay $161 a month for a new Charger. Come on, Louisville, pick up the phone, give us a call, 448-6800. We're open Sunday after church. We want to see you here at Dodge World.
And now, from the 32 Alive newsroom, Ken Rowland and Liz Everman.
Good evening. Beginning this fall, high school students in Jefferson County attending public schools will be bused according to geographic boundaries. Tonight, after weeks of changes and postponements, the county school board has approved the controversial new busing plan.
This was the compromise desegregation plan that was hammered out by civil rights leaders and school board attorneys late last week. It assures that no school in a predominantly black neighborhood will be closed, converts DuPont Manual High into a magnet school, and creates a new attendance zone for Central High. The original busing plan was proposed in mid-February and was put through several revisions and 2 delays before reaching this point. But before a vote was taken, there were calls for the school board to delay still further in order to clear up any remaining questions.
Continuing to raise questions that people really don't want to answer or who can't answer is an unpopular course of action.
You'll be approving a plan when you haven't had time to assess the cost implications of some of its elements. If they turn out to be heavy, who will bear the consequences?
And on the other side of the coin, a plea from a former board member to stop the delays and get on with it.
I would urge you to vote yes. But I would rather see you vote no at this point than leave the community hanging.
But from the outset, it was clear the board would tolerate no more delays. And when Reverend C. Mackey Daniels moved to postpone the vote, there were no takers. With Daniels casting the only no vote, the board approved its long-discussed controversial busing plan 6-1. With the toughest task behind them, board members will now be fine-tuning the plan to get it ready for implementation this fall. Reverend Daniels, who cast the lone dissenting vote here, says he'll be monitoring that phase-in process closely and says he's specifically interested in just how much the whole thing is going to cost. Jody Davis, 32 Alive News at the Van Hoos Education Center.
Eastbound Interstate 64, just west of the downtown area, has been closed off for several hours tonight. A tanker truck carrying naphtha and mineral spirits hit a curb and spilled hundreds of gallons of the explosive liquids which caught fire. Louisville firemen have used foam to put out the blaze, and police have diverted traffic around the scene. There was another fire at a Louisville housing project tonight, and again the unit did not have a smoke detector. Margaret Heckler, an invalid who lives in College Court, suffered burns on her legs after she apparently set a couch on fire with a cigarette. The housing authority was ordered to put smoke detectors in all housing projects after the recent deaths of 2 young boys in the Clarksdale units.
Bobby Joe Lawson is a free man tonight, but under federal protection. The key figure in the Mike Donio extortion case heard the charges against him for promoting prostitution at his Shively bar dismissed today in circuit court. Judge Ellen Ewing did that at the request of the federal prosecutors. Lawson had allowed federal agents to tape record his conversations with former Shively Police Chief Donio. The tapes were never released because Donio pleaded guilty before the trial. A Clark County councilman has been cleared of soliciting a bribe. Indiana Bureau Chief Melissa Swan reports on the verdict that Edward Cooper waited nearly 2 years for.
Smiles and tears of joy were the first reaction from Mrs. Cooper as the jury read the not guilty verdict. Her husband, the accused councilman, said he now feels vindicated.
I hope that I can go back to my normal life as a politician, as a community leader, as a father, as a husband, as a good employee.
18 months ago, a Clark County grand jury indicted Cooper for soliciting a bribe. Indianapolis businessman Alex Finley claimed Cooper wanted $8,000 to sway the vote of the local alcoholic beverage board so Finley could open a nightclub in this former Airway store. But the jury didn't go for it. The prosecutor says the state evidently failed to prove its case against Cooper, and he now considers the case closed.
Well, I'm not really disappointed in the verdict. It was a tough case.